So we are going to talk about proper spinal support from about 3 to 10 months. First, what I want you to see here is the baby right in that nice cross crawl position. So you're going to see head is able to extend all the way up. Knees and hands are fully supported. And he's got clothes that are nice and comfortable to crawl. So go ahead and crawl to death. Good. So now what you're going to see is the knees and arms properly. Let's go ahead and sit you in up right here. And now I want you to see what the seated position looks like. So now seated, he's able to hold his head center. He's able with full support then to go into a crawling position again. So that's what we want to see with crawling and sitting. We want to see nice stable support. They're able to support their head and center. They're able to use the arms and the legs. No army crawling, no scooting, no sitting and scooting to try to get from place to place. We want them to be able to use the upper and lower torso. And again, just to reiterate the clothing and how important that is, so as they're going through stages of tummy time to crawling, they're able to perform that. Next one I want to talk about is just continual support in the car seat. So now the baby's head is stronger, but if they're in the infant seats transitioning then to bigger car seats, especially when they fall asleep, is the head still going to want to tilt to one side. Always keep a receiving blanket or something in the car, so if you know you're going to be in the car 15 to 20 minutes, you can continue to support their head. I'm going to grab you in again and show you one thing that I want you to be aware of when the baby gets a little bit bigger and you might be baby wearing or carrying. Again, to reiterate some of the carriers that put them in this position, dangle the hips and put a lot of pressure and maldevelopment on the hips and low back. So you might consider carriers that support them, keep them towards you, bring the hips still into that position and face them like this. Baby ergo is one of the references I gave you. So hand you it back. Very good. And finally, last thing that I want to talk about, which is very important for not only safety but development, is standing. And I'll show you in just a minute. Your baby's going to transitioning to start to want to just maybe even hold your hands and stand or support something in your living room and stand up using their body. Now what that gives them is it actually gives them support to their upper body. So it's okay if they start standing. We want them to crawl first. But what I want you to avoid is things like exercisers, because that does not support the upper body and there's a lot of moving around. Only their lower body is supported. So I just want you to think about that and use that tip when they're standing. If they're holding on to you or holding on to something else, they are fully supported. But in exercisers, they are not. So I strongly advise avoiding those at this stage of development. So I'm going to go ahead and hold on to Ewan. We'll see if he's wanting to or ready to stand today. And that's okay. He is not, but if he was, he would fully be supported and be able to hold that position. So thank you. This is your tips for 3 to 10 month development.